We've got some crazy stuff coming out, as well as some classics. You know, Resolution AM coming in as a final pick. The panel all went against Odd, but you looked at me, you looked at that AM and you said Odd's got a chance.
Yeah, I've seen this Resolution Anti-Mage in previous tournaments, especially as a last pick. You know, it makes a big difference. When you see the Anti-Mage like third, fourth grabbed, you're like, okay, you know, you can have things to kind of deal with it, but it's grabbed up as a last pick versus not only Abaddon, well, they thought probably versus Abaddon in the laning phase, but, you know, Secret switched it up. But there's only one disable. One hard lockdown on Secret, and that is the Earthshaker lockdown. Yeah. Sure, they have familiar stuns and Clockwork Hook, which can help a bit, but the reliable one is the Earthshaker.
Well, I guess that is the thing, that familiar stuns can be really good. If you resummon, it's a 9-second lockdown. You have 9 seconds to stun with the 6 drop.
Oh, well, yeah, if you get your Aghanims, yeah.
Yes, if you get the Aghanims. So we're talking late game. But yeah, you're right, he's got to get to there, and there's going to be this point mid-game where Resolution, he could be a right little bugger for the side of Secret.
At the same time, though, I did like the point that the panel made. Like, they were saying how Secret's draft Cap said they can punish the anti-mage a lot. That is true. You know, they can actually get to that lane. They can be able to. They can pressure towers easier because it's the Terrorblade who's going to be pushing them. So he has an earlier timing window. Then you look at Planet Odds. It's Shadow Shaman is their actual tower sieger in this game. Wind Ranger at one point can, but you know you need like Shadow Shaman 6 in order to start sieging those towers down.
And these lanes as well. Let's talk about the mid lane, for example. We've got mid 1. 10k playing the Terrorblade.
Mid1.ti1 Dendi.
Look at that. He's a bit of an ode to Dendi. We saw his tweets. He's a huge fan, and he'll be looking to do Dendi proud in the mid lane. He's already going to have a bit of help here with Yapzor coming in with the wraparound. Weehaw has got the win run, and will be able to get himself away. But in this matchup in the middle, I guess mid 1 needs Yapzor here, because at the same time, once Weehaw gets a few levels, Power Shot's going to be pretty annoying for the Terrorblade, isn't it?
Yeah.
So pretty good new.
It's a high nuke, and Terrorblade is one of the lowest starting strength heroes in the game, and one of the lowest strength gaining heroes in the game, too. So, yeah, I think this is exactly what Yapzor needs to do.
Yeah.
The first meta helps a lot, of course, for Terrorblade, but, yeah, you don't want to just be, you know, starting 1v1 in that matchup.
Look at this, something we don't see every day. Support's going head-to-head, being the Doom and a Visage. Misery coming in to try and trade a few hits, but Puppey putting him off there with the slow.
I thought we'd get the role changes, dude. We didn't
did we? No, Planet Odd have stuck to their roles.
Yeah.
Probably I would say the biggest sort of surprise is mid 1 taking the Terrorblade mid, rather than MP himself playing it in the safe lane. And of course,
Misery's so
about
low.
That safe lane, Misery. Indeed, just getting himself away. MP may find him. He's got the Aphotic Shield on him. He's going to come hunting down low. Misery does have a TP. Looking to get as deep as he can. He's going to hold his position for the moment. Doing his best to regen back up. Has just got the level 1, so no Scorched Earth yet for him. But he's opting to stick around and not TP straight out. Now, in fact, he's going to go for a bit of harassment here. Gets the tornado out. A lot of pulls here on Misery. MP's going to come hunting for him. I think MP realizes the Misery is still going to be rather low. We'll look to chase him down. Top lane. Will be a quick TP out there from Kezu, who was gone upon. Misery, by the looks of it, is going to be able to get himself back to safety. So, nice bit of harassment, keeping MP on his toes, and gets himself out of there.
I can just picture Misery's face when he does that. He's like, I'm just going to tornado this guy. Like, whatever, really. Oh, I love that.
Other lanes at the moment, obviously that start that mid 1 was granted by the presence of Yapzor, keeping him ahead 14 for 4 against the 6 for 0 of Weehaw.
Yep.
So yeah, that dual lane and, as you said, the potential that the Metamorphosis has, really giving him that start.
They're definitely like trying something out, though, it seems, for Secret. Of course, it's a weird-looking kind of draft, like the panel's talking about. There's like three kind of offlaners that you could see happening. They end up switching their lanes a lot. And we click on Terrorblade right away, and we see he has a Mask of Madness queued up.
Oh my goodness, Mask of Madness Terrorblade.
I mean, I'm not sure if he's going to do it right away, but I mean, looks like he's committed for it.
I like it. I mean, what the Metamorphosis having that extra attack speed, you've got to run.
Yeah, I mean, could work. Seems kind of cool.
And obviously one of those items as well, this is going to be great for farming. You know, hit the jungle.
You're already absurdly high armor hero. You're not really dealing versus incredible physical damage coming out from Planet Odd. It's literally just Anti-Mage going to be right-clicking you later on, and Wind Ranger at one point, but mostly it's magical damage nuke coming out from them. So I guess in his mind, he's like, it's just -5 armor. I already have like 12 or 14 when I'm going to have it.
Already putting some pressure on the mid lane as well. Mid 1. Down bottom again, Moon trying to interrupt with the pull. Get what he can out of this. Puppey. Start trading harassment back with the Grave Chill, slowing him down. Moon will be fine. As that boots the Ring of Regen as well. Misery came over in towards the mid lane. And mid 1 gets the illusions out. And forces the Doom back. I mean, this is one thing, certainly. We saw him drop a tornado down bottom, but it feels like in these first 4 minutes, it's been quite hard for Misery to do too much across the map against Secret's lineup.
As it makes sense like that, though, right? Because you look at even their heroes, and he's like, what can the Doom rotate for?
Yeah.
It's like he has to rotate for, like, the Bat Rider, because if it was, he could have rotated for Wind Ranger, let's say, if the Wind Ranger is in a 1v1 matchup and he's able to harass at the start. But the fact that YapzOr started there, it put Weehaw at a bit of a disadvantage, so he can't make those easy rotations. Because it's also the matchup of the fours, you know. Doom versus Clockwork. Doom early on can't stand toe-to-toe with the clock.
Absolutely not. He's got to be careful about being caught out by YapzOr. And we're talking about the two of them, YapzOr.
They're on the prowl.
Could potentially block Misery off from the retreat, but Yap, no eyes on him as the moment. They do. We've got a ward on the river, not a ward in their own jungle here, so they're not aware of Misery's presence.
Soxa has been trying to interfere with Kezu's chain pulling up there, but now with the right rotation from YapzOr, oh, Soxa.
Yeah, they're looking to punish him now for that play, for that movement. And with Kezu and YapzOr surrounding Soxa, it's going to be your first blood going to Secret. YapzOr quick with the TPs, knows where he needs to be. And indeed helps out the Shaker Kezu in a situation where he was starting to struggle in levels because of, you know, the Shadow Shaman just playing as bully as he has been.
Yeah, great TP though. YapzOr just noticing that. Yeah, Kezu probably called it bottom lane. We have a dive coming out actually on the MP. He's got a lot of stickies.
He's got one more shield, but it's not going to be enough. They surround him, take him down, and the two of them, Moon and Misery, securing the kill on Secret safe lane.
Without Infernal Blade as well, or without Flame Break. So they actually just chased him down. It must have been like a very early start, and they just were able to walk him all the way back to the tower with stickies and Firefly. Again, Soxa might be in some trouble.
Made the same mistake. YapzOr and Kezu there, ready and waiting for him. Second death for the Shaman, and YapzOr 2 kills on the board for the Clockwork.
Very nice movements. Securing Kezu some levels and getting those early kills on Clockwork is very important to get that early earn up that I love. I know that YapzOr loves to get as fast as possible. And now mid again, now Weehaw.
YapzOr just walks in.
Battery Salt is still on cooldown though, but Weehaw, he's walking
They
toward
can
the
body
shrine.
block him for a couple of seconds. They may have a chance here. Indeed, he is going to get the point to pop the shrine, but it's not enough. The damage coming out from the two of them is too much. And YapzOr now on a killing spree. 6 minutes in, I feel like I've seen the story before, Fogged.
Me too. It ain't a Rubik, but it's a Clockwork with a 6-minute earn. That's going to be pretty good for them to hit him to move around and kill pretty much everybody except for the anti-mage. That's the one thing, is killing the anti-mage is still the big issue.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the CS at the moment, as we can see, 38 on Rezo, so pretty much uncontested farm on that safe lane. But the same thing certainly could be said for the two cores of Secret, both mid 1 and MP. Still in a very good position. Mid 1, this mid lane setup has absolutely worked out for the Terrorblade.
Bottom lane, they forced the shield from MP. Misery walks in, and Sox able to get in range to get the shackle. Looks like he is.
There's going to be a TP rotation coming in from Yap, but it's not going to be soon enough. It may be soon enough to get a kill in return. We'll see if Moon can get himself out. Fireflies his way over the cogs, and looks like it will be enough. So Odd, again, getting away with this kill on the safe lane of Baden and getting everyone out back to safety.
Good rotation from Soxa. Good patience from Planet Odd as well. They started stacking the stickies, and Soxa and Misery were just like, all right, wait for him to throw the shield out. As soon as he threw the shield, they instantly ran in on him. So it's just like perfect timing and perfect coordination of the gank.
And we are getting a bit more space in the mid lane. We saw him really suffer at the start with the presence of both YapzOr and Mid1 there, but now he's 38 CS. He's playing the recovery game in this mid lane, and it's really working out. With the movements from YapzOr obviously going top, trying to help out bottom as well, mid lane's kind of been left to catch up.
All right, Mask of Madness acquired on Terrorblade. Let's see the flash farming happen. Let's see how well it works out. They're giving the mid lane to the Visage, and yeah, trying to maximize as best as possible. I'm curious to see how well it actually does work, because it is like one of the best farming items in the game, so it could be pretty good.
I mean, is there anywhere that... Oh yeah, we'll see another go again onto Weehaw. The body block's coming out already from mid 1. The win run, too strong. Weehaw's got the speed, heads up to the high ground, and he'll be fine. A little tricky to catch, and as you mentioned earlier, not only really the anti-mage that's going to be hard for them to lock down, this Wind Ranger as well. As you say, with lack of stuns, Odd can certainly play their way around Secret's heroes.
I still have to, you know, the thing is that like, the point that Slack's made, I really hate to give Slacks any credit, but it is a Wind Ranger. That hero, once you start, if you get online, that's the thing, if you get your Aghanims, if you get your second and third item afterwards, your damage is actually absurd, but you have to get to that point. It just takes so long, but they are playing with an anti-mage, so it could definitely happen with that, and they have good ways to catch and split push the map. So Batrider can split push waves while Shadow Shaman pushes another side of the map, and they can just split the map up a lot on Planet Odd, while Secret is looking more of a straightforward kind of like group up. They have sustain with the Baden and the Terrorblade pushing towers, sitting with the Baden sitting behind. So we'll see which approach proves to be more favorable.
Because as you said, it is interesting that they have opted to not put too much effort on trying to slow down resolution, and indeed with the Mask of Man is just looking to farm at their own map as efficiently as possible. Yeah, he's good. He's golden.
Keizu just trying to continue denying farm from Rezo. He's just chain pulling the top wave.
Bottom lane again, looking for MP this time. He has got the ultimate. He'll turn around, trade a few hits with Misery. But they Odd themselves really putting pressure onto their Baden. And as we can see, the difference between him and AM really starting to come out in net worth. Nearly 1,500 in between them. And once Rezo has that Battle Fury, which he's on par to get a good timing on, it's going to be very hard for MP to keep up with this farm game, if at all. He is going to fall massively behind a free farming anti-mage.
Yeah, maybe that's the mentality behind the Mask of Madness as well on the Terrorblade. He's like, all right, we're running with a safe lane of Baden, so I have to be this super core. I have to be the super farm guy to match up with this anti-mage. And I like Planet Odd's approach in this game too. What they're doing is, they're full maximizing. Moon's jungling, and then it's Misery and Saksa parked in the bottom lane. They're just like, we're not even gonna pay attention to Weeha or Rezo right now in this game because their timing windows are much later. They need a lot of items to actually be able to do stuff, so we'll just try to pressure their enemy safe lane.
And we're going to see down bottom a bit of a go being made. Yapso trying to close the gap, but Saksa with good Hex holds back the clockwork, make sure he can't get in range. Even if he can, Misery, of course, very tanky at the moment. This Doom walking around with 1,000 HP. And a good amount of regen thanks to the aura that he's got from the Satire Tormentor and also from that Scorched Earth. 2 points in at the moment. Mid lane, Weeha putting some pressure on, doing a good job of getting this tier 1 down very low. And in this middle lane where you had a kind of a Terrorblade versus the Weeha Wind Ranger, it's a little surprising that we're seeing the Wind Ranger actually get more done in terms of pushing.
That's what'll happen though when you do leave the lane, right?
Yeah.
You go to the lane, you're jungling, you're giving it to a Visage. Visage can't really stand toe-to-toe versus those nukes when he's so low level. And the wave just gets constantly forced in. And Weeha's been doing a great job of just using that focus fire on the tower. 140 HP, it's going to get into deny range. Second catapult wave coming around. I mean,
Midpoint he has to be careful. He keeps coming forward on very low life with this Mask of Madness. Hookshot's actually going to miss there from Yapso. Very uncharacteristic misplay from him, but it looks like they may still get the kill as he comes in with the cogs, has the trap. Kezu's there as well, throwing in the Fisher. It does take 4 of them, but they do get the kill.
Dominating for Yapso. Gets his first earned charges. Hook misses the hook, but good Visage stuns coming out from Puppey himself.
In fact, Moon looking to make a play here with the lasso. Drags Kezu up to the cliff there. He's not got backup in terms of looking for a kill, and Kezu's quick with the TP, so the cliffing won't be effective for too long at all. Moon is being looked upon by Puppey. Resolution's also in the neighborhood, though. Puppey, see if he can do anything here. Has got the familiars out, of course. Looks for the deny. Isn't going to get it. Rezo gets the tower. In fact, Moon jumps forward aggressively with the blink dagger, but Puppey just turns with the Grave Chill and the familiars. Moon, he's overstepped the mark. Surely the stick charges come out, and Moon looks to just survive, but no, Yapso's there with the earn charge, with the rocket, and will secure the kill. Bottom lane, Saksa came in, dropped the wards. Came a little too close, though. MP was able to find the kill. Misery diving the tower, seeing if he could hold him back on the retreat. It's not going to be the case, but at the least, Odd do have the wards in good position to have an attempt at taking this tier 1.
They're pressuring all 3 tier 1 towers already on Planet Odd. This is like a great start for them. They have Blink Dagger on Moon at like 10 minutes in since he was farming jungle. Like everybody's looking to be in a pretty good position right now for them. Bottom tower is going to drop to these Shadow Shaman wards. Mid tower, like we mentioned, was 140 HP. Rezo was pushing top. It's already dead.
Oh, Yap tried for the deny there.
That's pretty substantial. This opens up a lot of the map to them and a lot of access points into Secret's jungle.
Yeah,
Because now even the mid tower, mid tower is dead. The whole Secret jungle is going to be exposed now to rotations.
I think Odd are going to be very happy with the way they've started this game. The mid lane, the tower will be denied by mid one, but as you say, they've got this control across the map. Resolution, I believe, has pretty much got that Battle Fury, so a very, very quick timing on this AM, and that's on top of the treads as well. So look at 30-minute treads, Battle Fury. He's good to go. Yeah,
and they left him, you know, like we were talking about, they ditched him. They were like, we're going to the enemy safe lane after like the first 2 levels or so. He's almost level 12 on anti-mage as well, so he's in a very good spot right now. Planet Odd looking to do exactly what we were talking about. Invade the enemy jungle when they take those 2 tier 1s.
They found
get the access points. And
bringing Rezo in as well to get himself involved in this kill attempt. There comes the lasso after the ult's been popped. Secret are trying to bring it back up. Nice Fisher from Kezu. Will keep him alive. So chop from Yapso, catches out Saksa on the sidelines, looking for the easier kills. Weeha has come across, does have a double damage rune. And in fact, Saksa get the Hex out time on Yapso. Kezu dropping the Echo Slam. It's not quite enough, and it's in fact the damage coming out from Planet Odd that's too much. Weeha just doing well with the double damage rune, gets the double kill, and Planet Odd take 4, only losing Saksa, and in Secret's jungle as well.
Ooh. The surge of gold that they have from killing those early tier 1s, everybody just has like a little bit more than what Secret maybe have expected, like a drum on the Doom. and like we mentioned, the Batrider having such an early Blink Dagger, and then this DD on the Wind Ranger coming in. But this is one of the things that happens. You lose your early tier 1s, and it gives the enemy team just that type of natural aggression that they can do. They're just like, okay, we're gonna smoke and run into the enemy jungle with like 4 heroes or 3 or 4 heroes, and then put some wards down, get some vision there. Exactly what they did, and they found a perfect target to go for. It looked a bit scrappy for a moment, but they ended up able to peel the fight and make it last longer for Weehaw to get involved too.
Mid one, meanwhile, off the back of that failed fight, does head up straight to the top lane, takes the tier 1. A bit more gold in his pocket. Oh, very, very close to being on par with the AM, but it'll be interesting to see how this continues. Who can farm and get more out of the map faster? This Terrorblade with this Mask of Madness, or the AM with the Battle Fury? And I've got to say, in a game that's going at this sort of pace, you would expect the AM to get ahead, don't you? Don't you think?
Yeah, and also because the AM can actually kind of join fights, because like we mentioned, there's not really a crazy amount of lockdown inside from Secret. Well, Terrorblade is a hero that he needs his item timings, and he went for this heavy farming build, so he's going to take a long time. He's a 900 HP hero. He's got Mask of Madness Yasha. If he runs into this heavy magic damage burst lineup on Odd, he is definitely in trouble. And he's got bots queued up, so they're not really looking to fight, it seems like. They need that Blink Dagger for Shaker in order to really take those kind of engagements, but MP being shut down so heavily in that safe lane is really hurting them right now.
Yeah, we are with the Maelstrom complete now as well.
He's got
very good timing.
Wow. Yeah, he's going to be hitting pretty hard now.
And Maelstrom, of course, again, you're talking about Magic Burst, absolutely brilliant against the Terrorblade. If this Terrorblade gets shackled, a couple of procs from the Maelstrom and he's going to be gone mid one.
Yeah.
Misery, level 8 on the Doom at the moment, has those drones complete. See if he can do anything down here. Has got the Doom back up in 10 seconds. At the same time, though, Yapsor guarding Puppey from the tree line. Has hook shot. They get vision, they may look to go. Kezu now has got that Blink Dagger complete on the Shaker. Moon coming across with the Firefly, starting to play around a little bit. It is just himself and Misery, so they want to be careful about how they go about this, especially with MP turning up again to the bottom lane. So 4 Secret down here. Now, the rest of the time, no Planet Odd, getting a little bit more out of the map.
Yeah, they're maximizing really well. Like, this was a kind of like lull period where the lanes were kind of pushing out on them. They didn't have the greatest information on the map. So they literally like full resource. It was like Moon jungling right side, Resolution jungling left side, Toxa takes top lane, and Misery goes bottom while Weehaw's mid. It's literally all resources of the map being used by them and utilized. Some more wards are coming out. Yep, nice hook.
Yeah, absolutely bang on there as he closes the gap onto Misery. He's stuck in the cogs. Secrets surround him. And they bring down the Doom. Again, though, as we're saying, in terms of efficiency, it takes a lot of Secrets resources.
Yeah.
Whereas, as you mentioned, Planet Odd, everywhere else across the map. Resolution, taking that what he can from Secret's own half of the map in terms of neutrals, pushing in the top lane. Level 14, nearly level 15 at 16 minutes. It's an incredible amount of XP that this guy's gaining. This is, you know, in terms of levels, he's in a brilliant place.
Yeah, he's been alone for the most part. He joined, of course, in that bottom engagement, got 3 assists, but other than that, there's been nobody around him pretty much at all this game. No one sapping his experience.
We go down bottom, Moon. Tries him with the lasso. Instantly, the ult comes out to purge it. They do drop the Doom down to follow through, and they may just get the kill out of this with this too, especially with Weehaw coming in. They'll certainly get this one. So again, as we're seeing there, very, very nicely done. You know, the lasso, not really too much of an issue for the Abaddon, but the fact that he's then forced to ult leaves him very vulnerable for a Doom to follow up.
Yeah. This is scary for Secret. They don't really have heroes that can push waves out fast. Like, they really only have, like, Terrorblade, but he's not even like a, you know, he doesn't nuke the waves to push it out. He has to stay there for a moment. His illusions will later.
Look at this, Weehaw's just going in for the solo action, at least tries for it.
Oh, crazy.
Shaker will be forced away. TP comes in from mid one as well, just to make sure that Weehaw doesn't hang around. But as we're seeing, Secret very much having to just react to the movements and plays from Odd. Saxa drops the walls down bottom.
Maybe not in the best. Not really in that.
Yeah, it looks a little.
Tower.
They're not all in range, are they?
Yeah, no, they're not. Only 2 or 3 of them were actually in range. Either way, he was trying to just push. You can see the approach that Planet Odd's trying to do. Forcing waves in constantly. Actually, bottom lane Misery gets caught out by Yapsor. Good hook shot again.
Yeah, Yap doing his best to make sure the team continues to find just whatever they can in terms of Planet Odd's heroes going out solo. And he is 7-1-1 at the moment on the clockwork, so still a very outstanding performance from Yapsor.
Yeah, he's been finding a lot of great opportunities. Planet Odd, though, continuing to do the same kind of thing. Push lanes out as far as possible, wait for Secret to show on the map, go for those kind of pickoffs with the Doom and the Batrider. Keep making space for Anti-Mage. Looks like a pretty good recipe for a success.
Moon looking for the Lotus Sword pickup next. Just obviously trying to make things a little harder for especially mid one on the Terrorblade in these fights, where he may look to obviously get that Sunder off. Lotus Orb's gonna make it a little trickier for him to deal with Rezo. Get down the anti-mage, he's gonna be feeling pretty damn good. Interesting, so what's the build down mid one's going for on this Terrorblade? He's picked up a Perseverance, he has a Yasha, and now he's got a boosted trap, so casual Perseverance on this Terrorblade.
He wants a Lincoln's later for Lasso, Doom,
Sure.
and Shackle, but there's a lot of things to break it. I mean, there's a lot of different single-targeted spells, but I think that's probably what he wants. I think in the moment, bottom lane actually though.
Yeah, coming in with the Lasso, the Familiars trying to save Puppey. Hex comes out quickly from Saxa to make sure that there's going to be no immediate backup from MP, and that's going to allow Odd to get themselves not only 1 kills, but by the looks of it, a potential second. MP has the ultimate, but there's the Shackle to follow it through afterwards. Puppey's trying to use the Familiars to hold them back, but it's not enough. Misery gets the double kill. And I got it, Planet Odd playing really nicely around this Abaddon. We saw from Saxa holding back the Abaddon to make sure there's no save, until then following through and getting the kills. It's beautiful. Moon, though, will walk into Secret. The 3 of them surrounding him. It tries to force himself out, but it won't get him back to safety. Secret get themselves a return kill. Question is if they can get anything more out of this. Yapzor still has the hookshot. Kezu comes in with the Echo, but it's only onto 1. Now the Doom's been dropped onto the Shaker, and Secret, they've got to run out of here. Weehar's got a double damage, chases down Yapzor on the clockwork, gets himself the kill. And this Doom on Kezu keeping him right out of the fight. The power shot will connect, but it isn't going to be quite enough damage. But at the least, again, Planet Odd getting the favorable trades, and this is without resolution. He remains up top. They'll look for the Shackle. Weehar still has the double damage, but the latch won't be there.
Yep, they're forcing pressure on the opposite side of the map, and Rezo is just like, well, all right, freest game of my life. I'm just going to absolutely free farm on Anti-Mage. And he is looking pretty damn scary. Already Manta Battle Fury, 20 minutes. Level 19, he's keeping up with the minute mark.
I mean, that's level 19 at 20 minutes. That is absolutely insane on this anti-mage.
I'm really starting to be extremely worried for Secret and how they're going to be able to deal with that. Because, you know, they have that, farming build that you were talking about as well on Terrorblade. He's going to go, he does finish up the Lincolns.
Okay, he's got the Lincolns done. Okay.
But this anti-mage is still very tough to kill. They're going to try to force the Roche with the Sustain and with the Metamorphosis. Should be able to die with the Solar Crest quite quickly.
Let's see if they can do anything to stop this. They know it's going on. Power shot comes through from Weehar.
Tough
But yeah, the speed, the Secret are taking this. It looks unlikely that Odd are going to be able to contest it. So, Secret getting the play that they need there. Grab themselves the Aegis onto mid one. And we'll see if they can start to look themselves at taking some more objectives from the side of the map. There's still a tier 1 down on the bottom lane for Planet Odd.
I think still Planet Odds. I think they still are going to stick by the same mentality that they've been playing. Just force those lanes out as much as possible. Anti-Mage split push as well, and make Secret split up. Don't let them do that group up contention with the Abaddon Terrorblade. I mean, they don't have meta right now, too, so Planet Odd has a little bit of liberty to do so.
And there's going to be this point as well when Rezo comes back to the fights that we've already said how hard he is to kill, but it's going to be even harder with the fact that Misery's nearly got a Solar Crest to buff up the Anti-Mage. As we've seen, Moon still looking towards that Lotus Orb. There's just going to be so many ways that they can keep Rezo alive, and he can go absolutely ham in these fights.
Yeah, and I mean, once he gets Abyssal Blade, that's when he's looking to actually get involved in fights. And he's still just pure farming. Sending Mantas down the waves, pushing waves out. You see Weehop parked top, nuke the wave top, other 3 parked bottom. Hook shot from Yapzor. He's pretty alone right now, though.
Yeah, indeed, making the connection, but instantly has to decide against going in for anything more. With 3 members of Odd in the neighborhood. So not interested at all in sticking around there. And it really feels like 22 minutes in, this safe lane at Abaddon pick, it just hasn't really done anything for Secret.
No, definitely not.
And he's falling behind, as expected, in this sort of a farm game with, Terrorblades, Anti-Mages on the board. MP only 6.3k net worth, and I really don't see how he catches back up at all.
It's all about just fights. That's the way he would be able to catch up, but that's not Planet Odd's game plan. They don't need to take team fights. They just need to stall out this Aegis, and then once the Anti-Mage is fully online, they're good to go. A fully stacked Anti-Mage with a Doom on your team, like Doom versus I mean, you could call it a single Tor Terrorblade. It seems pretty lovely to me.
It's a lot of weight on mid-one struggling. I feel as well, a lot of it going to be down to Secret utilizing the stuns that they do have to the maximum potential. Puppey looking for the Aghanims. Once he does have that online, and along with the Earthshaker, they have a lot of AoE stuns. They've got a lot of ways that they can hold back Planet Odd, make sure that Saxa can't come in with the clutch hexes, Weehar can't get the shackles out. But it's going to require some very tip-top gameplay from Secret. And if there was ever a team to bring it, they certainly can. but definitely on the back foot so far this game. 23 minutes in, 6k gold lead for Planet Odd, and Resolution continuing to spiral massively out of control on the anti-mage.
How close is he to that Abyssal? He's going to have the Bastion picked up. He can sell his poor man's shield, and yeah, he's almost got the Abyssal. He needs like 1,000 something.
Top lane, Secret moving as a unit. Will look to take the tier 2, and looks like there'll be no reaction from Planet Odd. They themselves focused on finding the trade down bottom as they push on. Mid one will find this tower. There's BKB now picked up for Weeheart. So it's going to be very easy for him to really just head in, lock onto a target, and there really isn't a lot that the Secret can do to stop him. I mean, they have a hook shot, but that's pretty much about it in terms of disabling through the magic immunity. Top lane, though, Secret, they are powering forward. Odd are going to have to do something to stop this. As they come up to the high ground, mid one using the last of that Metamorphosis, along with the Mask of Madness, to bring down that tier 3 to half health.
Really trying to get the most out of the Aegis. That was actually like, he popped the meta right after they took down the tier 2, so he really wanted to just force reaction back. Now, Planet Odd smoked up, looking to try to catch somebody on the retreat.
Let's see if they can get this. This could be a very successful sneaky play for them. Yapso drops down the Battery Assault, pops down the cogs, looking for the Shackle, isn't going to connect. Rezo will jump forward, but the Battery Assault making it hard for Rezo to really lay in to this Clockwork. Up top, Moon comes in with the lasso, will hold back Kezu. There'll be a successful TP out from MP, but no escape for the Shaker. As Planet Odd, with that smoke play, able to punish a little bit of Secret on their way out.
What do we got left on this Aegis? Should be getting reclaimed any minute now. Yeah.
Blink on MP. Very interesting build here from the Abaddon. I mean, this, of course, it's very nice on the Abaddon. A lot of cases where you are kind of guaranteed to blink out with obviously with the borrowed time, with the Aphotic Shield, where you're not taking any damage.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really do much in terms of, I don't know, offering much to the fight in terms of aggressive potential. I guess the positioning's nice for the saves, as you can get a little further back.
Yep.
Because as we've seen, he needs to stay as far away as he can from Saxa.
I think you hit it right there on the head, though.
It's for the saves.
It's not only he can survive with it blinking out after his ulti or after like the shield so he's not damaged, but it's Batrider gets a lasso off, you blink and remove it off your Terror Blade or whatever, like something along the lines. Remove one of those disables when you're without having to worry about your positioning.
I guess it's definitely sort of scaling up to be a game where it's you're kind of putting all your eggs into one core, the Terror Blade or the Anti-Mage, but to give Odd a bit of an edge, the Wind Range is definitely going to have more potency than the Abaddon core.
Yeah.
In terms of aggressive potential, but I guess defensive-wise, as we're saying, there is that save that Secret have that Odd maybe lack a little bit. Top lane.
Sunset gets hooked up. Does he have the Force Staff yet? He does not. He only has the drum, so he should drop pretty easily to this.
Doesn't have the money quite there for the recipe, so Yabzor will find the kill. Resolution's going to be there to punish, though. Quick with the blink in, drops the Mana Void. Yabzor falling down low, but all that familiar play from Puppey comes in with the stuns, holds Rezo back. Fisher's a little too late, though. Won't quite be enough to set forth for any further lockdown, as Rezo will escape.
That could
nice save from Puppey.
That could have been scary, actually, there, if he got hit by the Fissure.
I was going to say, look, he was low on mana as well.
The reflection illusion from Terror Blade actually burned all his mana down, so he wouldn't have blink mana. That could have actually been a long chase down, but they could have brought him down if he wasn't able to blink out. Ooh.
Butterfly next to the menu for Resolution, and understandably so. Pretty much no chance we're going to be seeing an MKB anytime soon on Secret.
Yeah, it looks like mid one's actually queued up for it as next item.
Oh, he is going to. Oh, okay. Well, I eat my own words.
It is going to do it. Yeah, he buys the Demon Edge.
I'm just not used to the Mask of Madness, Lincoln's Kazuyaja, MKB. Terrible. I like it, though. He's certainly adapting to the situation.
He's trying to match the farm.
Yeah.
So we'll see if it works for him in that type of thing. I don't know if Rezo will continue for the Butterfly. He's probably going to, as soon as he sees mid one, maybe he'll try to think of a different approach. But it's a pretty standard build anyway, so maybe he'll just do it either way.
I mean, I guess the Butterfly's also kind of nice against those reflection illusions.
Yeah.
So you lose a little less mana.
The Flutter is always nice too for later on.
Yeah, true. It'll be interesting, as you say, just to see if he sticks to that, considering the situation. Big item though for the Visage. Puppey, 27 minutes in, he's got the Aghanim's.
Weehaw just turns. Yep, so he hooks him up. There's no force stuff on Wee, but Wee just pops BKB, tries to turn with the Focus Fire.
Bottom lane Saxa. Let's go for the TP out. There's no way to cancel it.
The Doom is the big X factor in this game.
Okay.
Because
who are you looking to Doom in these fights?
You can Doom either Terror Blade or Abaddon.
Yeah.
Those
they're
are
the two that you go.
Yeah. If a Baron can't shield anybody, or if he can't get his ult, like if he can't get the ult properly off in a good manner, then it's going to mess up everything for their team fight.
Oh, yeah, coming a little too far into enemy territory here as Moon helps him, drags him back even deeper. Try for the 4-staff down to the low ground. Does have the Blade Mail. That will keep Weehar off from focusing him down. Fisher comes out onto Misery and look to try and get him here. Lotus Orb has been dropped down onto Misery, but a lot of physical damage coming out from the Familiars. The nuke as well, but it's bounced back. Misery will survive just for now. Mid-1 continues to try and chase him down, but the flame breaks there from Moon. Bounces Mid-1 away and will allow the safe escape there of the Doom. Kezu coming in with the Echo, looking to lock down Resolution, but Rezo forced up to the high ground. Oh, he's able to blink out Saxa with a beautiful play. That isn't enough to save him entirely. Another blink,
God, no
and
way.
Rezo only living there because Saxa got in with that 4-staff, and Saxa himself, he survives as well. Beautiful play from the Shaman. What a support play.
He like just got that picked up too. He like pops his drum. He's like, Rezo, I got you. Rezo would have for sure died, but damn, Saxa proving.
And he literally walked into the hands of, see, look at him, look at this Shaman. He just ignores the Terrorblade. He's like, whatever, I came in, I shove you out to the side, buys him some time after the Fisher stun. And Rezo
really
on the
sick.
escape.
It's pretty scary how much the Visage Birds can do now, because he's got the Aghanims finished up with the Solar Crest. There's so much burst coming out from them.
A nice efficiency, little cute plays as well from Rezo, making sure he had the strength treads out.
Yeah.
As if he didn't, he would have been gone. Oh, Abyssal Blade jumped onto Yapso, but he's out of mana, so not going to take too much damage initially. Oh, with the Mana Void though, that certainly will capitalize on the fact that he has no mana. As Yapso's taken down. Free kill there for Resolution.
Good chunk of XP and gold for Rezo too. He's going to be level 25 soon. Level 25, and yeah, he did switch the item build up. So he saw the Terrorblade with Demon Edge, he's going to go for the Ayascati build. Give him more mana to work with as well, and just overall just good stats. The mana is going to be pretty nice though, to have to deal with that mana burn coming out from the reflection.
Mid lane, Moon and Saxa on the hunt. Fire flying up. And MKB indeed is complete. I mean, even though there's no butterfly in the game, the fact that there is a Solar Crest running
and
around.
And talent.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Anti-Mage 15 evasion. Yeah.
Right. So still, the MKB is. He's not going to feel too done by the fact that there's no butterfly in the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a good item pickup anyway versus Anti-Mage, because you'll assume he wants to go butterfly. And
True.
Those, Solar Crest, etc. So, yep, still a good pickup.
Next up on Mid-1's mind will be the Hurricane Pike by the looks of it. Extra bit of stats and that extra bit of survivability as well. As we've seen, actually, a lot of big 4-staff plays coming out this game.
There really has been. That whole entire bottom sequence was just like Yap sort of getting forced and ping-ponged around, and Planet Odd forcing Rezo around all over. So I was talking about the X factor of the Doom a bit, but you know, I wasn't really considering too much about the X factor of the Visage. This hero actually can do an incredibly high amount of damage and get to a point where you are pretty much a core.
Yeah.
You get that AC finished up, your damage is absurd. Rezo blinks in.
Ooh, can he get his way out of here? He will drop the Abyssal Blade onto Yapso, make sure there's no follow-through lockdown. We'll get the blink away, Saxa being gone upon, and will be taken down. Moon actually very lucky there to get the blink out just in time, as he could have been caught out as well by Secret. So they will just find the Shaman. Misery and Weehar putting a bit of pressure up on the top lane. Mid-1, and the rest of Secret keeping strong in the middle. They may try and do something about this tier 2 as they head on forward. 30 seconds without a Shaman. They know they're a man down on Planet Odd, and Secret have the edge here. If they go in for that tier 2 tower, a lot of gold being built up once again on Mid-1. He's got 2.8k in the bank. So keeping up very well. I mean, the fact that he's only 2k behind the Anti-Mage is not bad at all on this Terrorblade. Top lane.
Yapso catches Misery.
Yeah, well, with the damage coming out from this Terrorblade, no escape for the Doom.
Mid-1's gonna have to start replacing items pretty early. At least the Aquila.
Yeah.
I mean, that one's not that big of a deal, but still, it's gold loss. 450 lost from that, because he's gonna be switching toward that Hurricane Pike, it looks like. Mid lane, Kezu. Rezo just brings him down with no problem. Quick Abyssal. Not even the Abyssal, he actually got the first hit bash.
He's pretty much got the money as well for his Skadi.
Top Weehawk getting soloed by Puppey, potentially?
Oh, we'll see here. The Shackle
Versus the BKB.
does hold him back, but yeah, indeed. He has to BKB TP. He's absolutely terrified from this Visage. And as you say, the damage that comes out from these Familiars is nothing to laugh about.
And the 50 damage talent, too. Yeah, it's just no joke, the right clicks that come out from Visage and the Birds. Now Planet Odd make their way into the Roche pit. Secondary Roche, so Cheese is up. That's going to be pretty massive for Rezo. He's level 25 as well. He takes the agility talent.
There should be no contest here from the side of Secret. I believe Metamorphosis is still on cooldown, so unlikely that they can do anything about the fight around the pit. As Planet Odd pick it up. Resolution grabs the Aegis.
Misery picks himself up an Ice Ogre, so he's got that bonus armor from the Ice Armor to deal with the Solar Crest and the physical damage coming out from Visage and Terrorblade. And who had a bottle? Someone had a bottle? Yeah, I guess mid one maybe bought one or something. Was given one at one point. He has a bottle with the DD rune in it, so he's saving that one for the next fight.
I mean, that could be absolutely insane in the fights. Yeah, Metamorphosis and a DD rune on a Terrorblade. Like, it doesn't matter who you are or how much armor you have. If you get caught out by 1 or 2 stuns, he is going to have the damage to bring you down.
Oh yeah, he's going to be, once he pops that DD in meta, he's going to be hitting for like 600, because you get, you know, it's plus base damage, of course, with meta, so you get that extra double from double damage.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, Rezo.
There's the initial familiar stuns, and look at it go with the Fissure as well. Is it enough chain lockdown? They got the knockback from the cogs, but it's not quite enough. They will manage to get Anti-Mage out of there. Yapzor comes in with a nice hook shot, looking to block off Saxa. Saxa will be left behind by the rest of the team, so the Shaman to pay of his life. Can they catch anything else out of this? Kezu jumps forward, goes by the looks of it. No, not quite get the Fissure block. Misery still able to continue walking on back to his own half of the map. In fact, Resolution comes back in with the Mana Void onto Kezu, bringing both himself and the Abandon down low. The ult comes out. Moon on the backlines though, comes in with the lasso, grabs Yapzor, drags him as the high ground, and Resolution just mans up onto MP. MP out of mana, taken down. Double kill for Resolution. He's not done yet. Looks towards Yapzor. Yapzor's got the blade mail, but Resolution doesn't give a damn. Follows through, gets the triple kill with the Anti-Mage, and Planet Odd punishing Secret so damn hard, and they're not done yet. Resolution jumps forward, looking for Puppy, but the familiar stun's coming out. Again, he's being held back, and oh, he's overstepped the mark. Does have the Aegis though. Be back for round 2. Misery won't though. Mid one brings him down. Resolution blinks away, not wanting to mess around with those familiars. As we've seen there, has to really respect the lockdown that they can offer. Can he go back in on this? He's got the Abyssal Blade.
He's got
and the
Linken's,
Manta.
though. There's a Linken's.
He's going to try for it though, see if he can hit the bashes, and look at that, yes he can. Mid one out of mana, Resolution just absolutely manhandling him. He will get the Sunder out onto the illusion, but the bashes continue to go, but there's the backup. Fissure comes in, the familiar stuns as well. Resolution in a lot of trouble here, the Echo Slam being dropped. Is it enough chain lock? That is not, because Rezo jumps in forward, the backup's there. Saxa and Moon turning up to the fight, enabling Rezo. Again, the stuns, Rezo, he doesn't care though, drops the Abyssal down. Mana Void comes out, he's bursted mid one, Kezu to fall as well. MP and Puppy trying to man up, but the load stop from Moon, thrown down on Rezo, keeping him alive.
Oh my
he jumped forward. MP's got no ult. He's down as well. And Planet Odd going absolutely ham. And Resolution, no fear at all, just jumps in time after time, and the team making sure that he can do so safely. Oh, he's not even done yet. Yapzor in trouble. Rezo comes in, first hit bash. He's got the blade mail. He may even be able to bring down Moon in return. Rezo jumping back forward.
Nice flame break.
Yapzor down to the low ground, and they're going to find the clock as well. More blood spilt for Rezo. 8-0-5 on this Anti-Mage.
Oh my god, that was like, how long was that? That was like 2 minutes of Rezo just chasing people and getting consecutive kills. Thank God he had that Aegis. Now he's got the cheese as well, and pretty much a whole item being delivered after that entire situation that goes down. And now they're going to be able to claim a Rax off of it. Are you kidding me, Rezo?
Oh my goodness. MKB out, 2K gone on top of it as well.
This last pick Anti-Mage, you know, we've said we've seen it before, and it's proving to be fruit.
Let's see what they can do about this. Kezu has the Shadow Amulet, the Blink, doesn't quite have the Echo Slam jumping from Moon, but Resolution as well. Oh, Kezu tried to jump in, but Resolution quick with the Abyssal Blade, quick with the Mana Void, blows up the Shaker. Weehard trying to man up with the BKB, still has to respect the physical coming out from mid one, who will catch Moon in the sidelines. Moon trying to Firefly his way back out of here, but it's not enough. The Mask Man is chased down from the TB, brings down the bat, but still, the melee racks fall on the bottom lane as Saxa gets the job done with his wards. Planet Odd have done the damage.
3 racks is down, 1 full set, and that melee rack's bottom. Definitely painful. They lose Moon, but it costs them a buyback from Visage, and everybody else on the side of Planet Odd escapes, and they keep the cheese as well. And Rezo finishes up that full MKB.
Absolutely crazy stuff coming out from Planet Odd. They've really turned it on here in this game.
Yeah. It's the last pick Anti-Mage. I mean, everybody else is definitely doing their job and everything, but that's the big power. That's what they're playing around and what they're highlighting.
Rezo, not a fear in the world as well. He's just coming across into enemy territory. Not really much you can do about Puppy.
He's like, that's not who I wanted.
He can't go on that one with those birds hanging around.
He's looking for Kezu in those engagements, in any type of small thing like that, because he can just easily pick him off with an Abyssal Blade.
Weehart Fair bit of money on himself as well. The last bit of action the team's been picking up, 2.4k. We'll see where he goes next. Yet to invest in anything. Do you think maybe himself, does he just need to get an MKB as well because of mid-one's butterfly? Or do you just go for other things on this Wind Ranger?
I think he can go if he wants to be like that full damage thing. If not, he can go for the blink and be more of that like utility because he's already got the wind run, which gives him the invisibility and all that too. So he'll be like super hard to kill. He actually goes for the force instead versus the clockwork. So kind of like same mechanism as the blink.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Something else I also forgot to point out. This was like a while back, but you know we were talking about the Terrorblade MKB, and I just like completely overlooked wind run. I was like, oh yeah, he's got wind run to deal with too, not just the anti-mage. Yeah, I was like. I started thinking about it more, and I was like, wow, I can't believe I didn't mention that one.
First game of the day, you know. We're warming.
New heroes. We haven't seen Winter in a while.
We're learning the items, you know. We're getting there. Yeah, 38 minutes in. Planet Odd with a pretty fantastic start to their appearance here at this LAN. That last tail off, as we can see on the net worth, very painful for Secret.
That was probably like, what, that dip right there is probably where, right after the second Aegis pretty much, and then there's a consecutive...
Yeah. Where just resolution went
bloodbath.
Go.
Yeah. So I mean, the second rush, we talked about it so much when the change got implemented with the cheese getting dropped on it. It actually makes such a big difference. I mean, that time sure you didn't have to get to use it, but just having you all have that confidence to kind of like make those type of aggressive plays when you have that in your arsenal.
Let's see what they can get away with here. They have smoked up, but fine resolution. Not really the target they want to go on straight away, especially when they're not too aware of the whereabouts of the rest of the side of Odd. They're actually going to look back into him. They're going to look for the chain stun, but again, the four staffs definitely the counter to the way that Secret want to play here. They just drag him out of range of the familiar drops, and Resolution's able to blink to safety.
And we claims the bottom racks during that.
Moon's nearly got an Octarine on this bat.
That was meta committed as well, and I'm sure Planet Odd noticed that because he just meted and walked up. So now, after like the next 20 or 30 seconds, we might see them actually go for some more of aggressive play, maybe go toward that top lane. But still, they probably feel like they're in a very good position for all the few past things that we've mentioned, you know, having this anti-mage into this type of later game. Weehaw as well, scaling, and then a Doom versus a single core. They're probably feeling pretty good. But still, they can definitely force stuff once that meta's gone.
On top, Moon. Chased down here by mid-one. Has he quite got the damage, Moon? Looking for the jukes. Actually, he's going to be successful with that one. Nice little double back there from Moon. And that'll get him out to safety. Oh, I say that. He has blinked back in range of it.
He's taunting him. He's playing with him.
Oh, my goodness. He gets away with it, Moon.
A little scary there, Moon.
Some sneaky, cheeky bat plays. Oh, Shadowblade picked up on Kezu. Again, just another way that they can look to try and catch out these massive cores of Odd. Resolution jumping in onto Yapzor. Does have backup from MP and mid-one. Weeha's there with the shackle straight up, and in fact the focus fire bringing the clock down low. But Weehaw, he just has to get out of there as he begins to get manhandled by the damage that mid-one has. Fisher comes out, will catch out Saxa. As we're seeing, you've got to be careful how you poke and prod around this Terrorblade. As mid-one just offers so much damage.
He's built like almost all damage items in a way. He has a Vlad's on the Abaddon, and he has like Solar Crest. So if you walk in and you start getting focus fired, that ain't fun. Very still hard.
And I like this as well, the fact that on the Wind Ranger, Weehaw he's taken the Invis talent, hasn't he? With which I feel isn't normally the favorite to go for the power shot damage. Or is it?
We don't really get to see the much.
You're right, we don't see a lot.
I think most people do, but I think.
But this game definitely, it makes sense.
Like in my head, if you're a core, when you're especially like a core, if you're playing like you're a mid Wind Ranger, you have to be able to do like power shot. Later on, you're not going to be throwing tons of power shots. I mean, you will, but it's not your main outsource of what the hero wants to be doing. So it makes sense to me that he goes Wind Ranger for that split push and catch.
And we're seeing it massively helps against the Terrorblade. Yeah. You know, as you mentioned, you know, with the MKB pickup on mid-one, it can be very scary for Weehaw. But as we saw in that last bit, definitely that Wind Run invisibility saving his life.
Yeah.
As he got out with very minimal HP.
Yeah, they have the gem on Puppy, but Puppy outrange a tiny bit.
Weehaw can easily get out of range,
So another couple of big items, like you said, the Octarine for Batrider, finished up now fully. And he gets an Arcane Rune too. So that's pretty lovely for Moon.
And he's got the Shiva's... Oh no, he's changed now. I was going to say, he's picking up the Ghost Scepter himself. So he himself needing something to make sure he can keep himself alive after jumping in range of mid-one's Terrorblade. It's very unlikely to see any sort of Diffusal Blade come out from Secret's lineup this game.
Yeah, no way. Nobody builds it. Puppy's got AC finished up.
Oh, is he actually going to do... I love it. We've got a 10k Terrorblade queuing up a Divine Rapier fogged. Does he need it? I feel like he doesn't need it, but I'm not going to complain if he picks it up.
I feel like he might think that's his only like winning way to win the game.
Yeah, but he does the damage already. Does he really need a rapier on top of it?
To be able to stand toe-to-toe and man-fight with the anti-mage, maybe, but he's
I mean,
still getting bashed down
I guess that's
and
the
stuff.
thing is, you're right, as we're seeing. When they do lock down the anti-mage, they only get him down to about half health, so maybe that is indeed the answer to this game for Secret. Just have an absolutely incredulous amount of damage output from this Terrorblade. Jump forward, Moon looking for the initiation, will grab Kezu, drags him back into the clutches of Weeha, and Kezu will be dropped. Misery in trouble though. Look, Mid1 just turns, faces towards Misery, forces him back. I believe Misery there was fed the cheese, keeps him alive. Doom comes out onto MP, but he still had that ult ready to go. Saxa looking for the shackle. Moon jumps in, Puppey drawn away from the Shaman. Weeha coming in again, gets a nice shackle onto 2 with the focus fire as well. Brings down MP. That's going to be MP down for a full minute. He does not have buyback, but Mid1 turns, looks towards Saxa, brought the Shaman down. Misery a little too far away for the Terrorblade to really get his hands upon him. Resolution jumps back in as Mid1, and the rest of Secret head back up to the high ground. 2 men down.
That was such a nice shackle by Wee. That was beautiful. And also Moon finding the perfect target, getting the Earthshaker with his first grab. And Lasso's back up already because, like we said, he has Octarine. Here we go.
Here we go.
Round 2.
Jumps in, grabs him, takes him right down and out of it all. Yapsaw will be kept alive for a little bit by the familiar stuns from Puppey, holding back Moon. Yapsaw hookshotting across, forcing Misery back with the cog play. And now, with his own force, Yapsaw keeps himself alive despite being lassoed out of the base by Moon. 20 seconds until MP's back. They do have Kezu back in the game, has Echo Slam up.
Yeah, Odd should back up. They probably know that Roche is spawning soon. It's actually already up, so no need to take the too crazy risks.
There we go. Look at Mid1 here with his chase down potential, looking for some action onto Misery. Misery pops the Shiva's Guard. It's not enough to save him. Mid1 picks up yet another kill. Jump forward. He's lassoed a familiar. That was not the plan there from Moon. He grabbed the Stone Bird and now could be in a bit of trouble himself. Still has the Firefly to get out. Weeha drops the shackle down. Again, catching 2. Takes down Puppey.
Oh, whoa. He's meta again. Oh, okay. He bought a refresher and refreshed his spells before. Rezo, though, right now on the split push game.
He's looking to put the pressure, see if there's pushing them back. Shackle attempted by Saxa, but he immediately nopes out of there.
No, he stopped Midwin's TP back to the mid. So now Rezo's got the spot.
And Rezo's just picking up kills here. I mean, he's looking for MP. Mid1, meanwhile, has managed to take down a second as he finds Saxa, but indeed, the base in shambles here for Secret. They've got a bit of change done there with the Fisher. Kezu coming in with the Echo Slam. It's not enough, though. Rezo just goes back to hitting the buildings. MP jumping forward, but Rezo's done it. He cleans out the top racks here. As Secret up against the world now, Mid1 goes forward, starts to force back Planet Odd. But as expected, this Resolution anti-mage, so slippery, despite the way that Secret have built themselves for this stage of the game.
Yep.
And the damage really has been done. Mega creeps up and against Secret.
Concern that we had, just like the catch for this anti-mage. I mean, it's a Rezo, it's a last pick anti-mage by Rezo. He's 630 last hits, 8-0 and 8. It's 46 minutes. He's been doing so much for his team this game, but also just the support from his team. Like right there, Saxa gives his life away to just stop the TP from the Terrorblade earlier. Before the force staff plays, is just little small things from Planet Odd really enabling Rezo to be that stellar carry that he is.
Really nice stuff from Saxa this game. From, as we saw in the early, well, I say from the early game, he did start off with giving his life up twice, but certainly has redeemed himself with some fantastic plays on the Shadow Shaman.
Roche is up. It looks like they're trying to go for maybe a type of a pick-off before they want to walk in there, but now they're going to commit.
I'm still
waiting, that Roche.
Still waiting to see that Rapier pick up. As indeed after getting the refresher straight out, right, he's had to have a bit of time to get back up there, but he's certainly doing a great job at it, Mid1. 5k in the bank.
Yeah.
But as expected, no contest for Secret around the Roche pit. Otter in, grab themselves the Aegis and the cheese.
It's way too hard for them to like force their lanes out to be able to try to go for that. I mean, that Roche is an absolute impossible contention, but just in general, throughout the majority of this game, it's keeping those lanes pushed out. They have the familiars, they have illusions and rockets and stuff like that, but they don't have like fast wave clear, and it's really been hurting them. Just making them get picked off in places. Planet Odds just had a lot more information on the map than Secret has overall this game. Not just from more.
What's actually come out on MP? You know, in this stage of the game after everything. So only the Lotus again. It's not pretty looking at the safe lane about.
No, definitely not. I mean, you look at his net worth below the Visage, before it, below Doom, it's 4th from the bottom. Definitely suffered really hard this game. 1 in 8 on MP. They were making
6K.
They were making a lot of those rotations though, right? Yapso was running around making the plays. Puppey was trying to get his levels and pull and all that, and then they gave him the mid lane. So MP was left alone versus that Batrider dual lane that was coming out. So he did get punished quite heavily.
Triap trying for the hook shot there. I mean, can Secret play their way out of this? A 24k gold deficit up against Mega Creeps and an incredibly scary resolution. I mean, if they can, this is going to be absolutely insane.
I would be extremely impressed, but I think their chances are extremely minimal because they're playing versus a Doom and a Batrider who has a refresher, so he's got the double lasso. They have so many ways to catch heroes and ways to disable them to actually be able to fight properly. And then Planet Odd also has dual core that scales pretty damn well because Weeha is, I mean, he still has a lot of items he can get. He's getting his MKB next. He can finish up the Mjolnir. He can upgrade the Force Staff as well. He's still got potential to become a lot scarier.
A lot of pressure here for Secret now. Odd has certainly slowed down a little bit. We're seeing Rezo now starting to indicate that he wants to come back in with the team on this top lane. We'll see if who he wants to jump forward upon. Playing around, cancelling the blink animation there, trying to keep Secret on their toes. Misery being chased down by mid-one, but he's got to be careful how close he commits. Lotus Orb just in time to send the Shackle flying straight back, but there's the lasso. Grabs Puppey, he's got the first few familiars on the back. Kezu coming in with a two-man Echo Slam. Forces Weeha to back up. Misery does get the Doom out onto MP, eats the cheese, but mid-one with the damage in the Metamorphosis chasing Misery down and out of the base. Yapso gets himself back to safety up to the high ground. Resolution will follow, jumps up, takes down the Clockwork. Kezu's there with the Enchant Totem, trying to lock down Rezo. It's not enough for him, but mid-one down the mid lane did manage to take two. Gets the Saxus Shaman, gets the Moon Batrider. And with two down, Planet Odd are sent back and Secret will maintain their hold on their base.
Resources seem to be completely split in that one. We even see Moon right now. He's pinging where he died, he's pinging more to the left, and his team was more on the right. So I think maybe there was just like some miscommunication between them there, because there's like a engagement happening on the right while Rezo jumps left with Moon Meander. Yeah. So maybe just not on the same page there for that engagement, but Secret benefits a bit from that, catching Planet Odd off guard in the way that they reacted in the fight.
I see that courier heading out. Oh, it was just an MP. I was hoping it was going to wear the Secret shot. He's nearly got 10k in his bank mid-one.
Right, might as well, right? Get rid of the mask, go for that, unless he wants to go for like a satanic, really be survivable.
We are seeing the mask still do a lot at this stage of the game. It's really allowing him to close the gaps along with the Flutter.
Yeah.
And having that self-sustain with the Leicester, it's not bad at all at this stage for that chase down that the TB does need. You know, a lot of times you walk away.
He's got to replace something, though. All right, he's queued up now, the Hurricane.
No Rapier today, unfortunately. As indeed, that extra bit of... but I guess the question is, what does he swap out for that? Imagine the Mask of Madness. That would, yeah. Still the item out of all of those that you could do without.
Everything else is just too big of an item to get rid of. They're all like 5k gold plus items.
On top again, Secret. Keeping Planet Odd off from really fully committing to a push.
Rezo buys a full BKB. He's had Moon Sharding for a while, so yeah, he's been at critical mass. Weeha did finish that MKB, almost level 25 too.
Oh, is he doing it? Oh, he's doing it! He's picked up the Rapier mid-one.
Nice, okay.
No Hurricane Pike today, and out down bottom straight into the fight. Mid-one comes in. Misery ripped to pieces in a matter of milliseconds. And here we have it, the Divine Rapier 10k Terrorblade. Can it be enough to bring Secret back from this game where they're 20k behind? Mega Creeps up against them, 51 minutes in.
It's tough. It's really tough. Aegis is going to be getting reclaimed pretty soon, about 20 seconds or so.
It would be quite the game to open up this DreamLeague LAN Finals. I mean, it already is.
If he came back with a Rapier, like, are you kidding? That'd be so absurd versus Mega Creeps first game. So now he's switched the Manta out, and he is put the Hurricane Pike in. So he's got Manta, Mask of Madness, and Refresher inside of his backpack to swap in and out.
What else is going on? Yapso slowly trying to make his way towards the Aghanims on the clock. Is MP any closer to the Octarine? No, he's still quite a way off on the Abaddon. I mean, I guess at this point it's quite hard to contest with the way that mid-one's pushing out the lanes. You know, mid-one is taking so much from the
He has to. Like, he has to farm as much as possible.
It's all on mid-one's Terrorblade to carry them at this stage.
Like, Puppey's trying to push the lanes out, but yeah, Visage, he can maybe get a Maelstrom and try to go for that too, like for Puppey to try to just keep pushing it out, so it's not just Mid one pushing stuff out, because mid one can get caught if he stays out here. Here we go.
He
He's
is.
going.
The lasso's there. Oh no, mid one getting taken down. The refresh there, and he's gone. He does not have buyback. The rapier's on the deck. I think it did move. No, okay, they gave it to Rezo. Rezo's got the rapier. And with no Terrorblade for 90 seconds, that may be the deal sealed for Secret. As Planet R come in, they'll drop down the Doom. Kezu coming in with a two-man Echo to hold back the two of them. Saxa will get taken down, but they've lost Japsor, they've lost Puppey, they've lost Kezu. GG is called, and Planet R take game one against Team